polishing process, if you like. So generally what you do want to start with is a paint job that's relatively smooth. To get a smooth finish, and I'll just quickly go over this.
Do well-polished and well-finished cars. If you've got interest in that, please head up to the workshop room level 1. The demonstrations are about to start. Thank you.
To get a smooth finish, generally the best way that I use polishing, what's called polishing cloths, or micro mesh, as sometimes it's known as, particularly in aviation circles. So you've got, these are the Tamiya, they're called sanding cloths. Now they go, there's a scale of the cloths, as you can see, hopefully here on the... so the lower the number, the coarser the grit, if you like. Now, the trick with sanding, and the same goes with polishing, is not to push down too much. Whether it's a sponge, sanding sponge, the God hand sanding sponges, things like that, is not to push down too hard. You're actually, what you're trying to force is the abrasive to go across the surface, and you've got to let it do its work. If you push down too much, you are going to actually likely to increase the scratches in the surface. Because what it's doing, even though it's taking material away, the harder you push down, the more material it's taking out. And it's using that material to be abrasive as well. So a lot of the times you can tell when people have been too harsh with their sanding is you start seeing deeper grooves. The careful thing to do with a lot of the thinner cloths like these, because they are quite thin, I'll take one out. It's extremely easy, so it's not very thick at all.
It's like a heavy tissue,
right? Yeah. It's extremely easy to push down on it. So if you are going to, and this is what you've got, it's no problem. What I tend to do is I'll use foam. So any old foam. This one's serrated. So you use these foam blocks, if you like, as sanding blocks. So you wrap your sanding material around it and you use that. Now the beauty with the foam is if you do force down, the foam takes a lot of the pressure out. Even if because we tend to, we all can be impatient and we tend to try to rush things. So by using the foam, it takes a bit of the pressure out that you do force through your hands. And it's a bit of you've got to be mindful when you're doing the process, really think about when you're doing the process, that your job is to actually push the cloths across the surface. Just a light pressure, it doesn't have to be, so you don't want to see too heavy, so that the cloth, so you can hear it going across, but there's not much. You won't see a lot coming off, and you don't want a lot coming off. Generally what you want with surfaces is you want them to be smooth.